try to decide as a team, what's the topic going to be for the show? Well, Trish brought to my attention that on October 19th, it's a special day. You know, when you look on the calendar and you see that it's National Ice Cream Day or National Hug a Friend Day. Well, October 19th is Elevate Your Life Day. And we got to talking about this just in our own personal lives and thought, what a great thing to talk about during our show. I'm guilty of, if someone gifts me a nice bar of soap or a nice candle, what do? I end up throwing it in the cupboard to save it for a special day. Why can't today be the special day? Why do I closet these things? If I'm walking in a store and I see something that I like for myself or for the house, what inside of me says, you don't deserve that right now, and walk away from it? It's not that I can't afford it or not that it wouldn't bring joy to my life or to my home, but something inside of me says, you don't need to spend that money on yourself. How selfish of you. But why do I walk away from these things when I know it would bring me joy to have? And bringing joy elevates your life. Tonight, let's have the conversation of why. Why do we think we're not worth it? Or why do we choose to leave things behind when we know we truly, truly love something? And we're going to be talking about different things in the shop, and as we do that, it might not necessarily be the item that we're talking about, but think to yourself and let's talk about what are some things that you walked away from that you wish you didn't. I don't know how many times people have come into the shop, fallen in love with something, like truly, every time they come in, say, oh, I love that, and they leave it, and then when they finally decide, I'm worth that, it's worth me getting that, it's gone. And in many cases, it's gone, meaning it was one of a kind or it's not available anymore. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to myself, to Trish, to Megan. James has heard it. All of us have heard this. So let's talk about certain areas that I've heard time and time again, and I'm sure Trish has as well, different areas that people have let things go. And as we're sharing these items and these spaces, chime in and tell us, what is that thing that you keep looking at that you haven't changed because you either subliminally are thinking, I'm not worth it, or you're looking at it thinking, oh, it's good enough. Living an elevated life or elevating your life is not just looking at things and saying it's good enough. Maybe tomorrow I'll take care of that, or tomorrow I'll replace that, or tomorrow we'll change that out and make it better. We're not promised tomorrow, so why wait for tomorrow? Yes, we have to save for some things that are bigger, and we'll talk about that later as well. But right now, I'm talking about even the smallest thing, like that bar of soap that I was gifted. Why did I throw that in a drawer to save it for a special day? Enjoy it. Let's get to it. Let's talk a bit about the bedroom. So the bedroom is an area where your guests don't see if you don't want them to, right? When they come over, you close the door because maybe you're embarrassed, because that's the one room that nobody ever sees, so we just let that go. Guilty. Not so much about my bedroom, but our master bathroom. So we finally decided for our bathroom, it's worth it, and we're working on that. You've seen the videos of us tearing things apart. But let's talk about the bedroom right now, and your bedding, your pillows, your mattress. Yes, when we get into the mattresses, that costs real money, and that's something that you maybe need to save up for. But something James and I do, or something we've done, we really wanted nice cutlery for our kitchen and for our dining room. And so we decided to put a jar out, and anytime we had loose change or $1 or $2 in our wallet, we tucked that in the jar until we had enough to buy a really nice set of cutlery for our dining room. Do the same for yourself with larger items like a mattress. Pillows. We slept on pillows that I absolutely despised because it was so uncomfortable. My guests had better pillows than we do, and we sleep on them every night. Finally, I said, enough, we're replacing these. What about your bedding? Are you still pulling up the same sheets and the same comforter or the same duvet, and maybe it's very worn, maybe it's way out of date, maybe it was from a different house and you've moved and it doesn't really work with what you've got going on now, but you spent a lot of money 20 years ago on that, so we better keep a hold of that. Maybe it's time to replace those things. It's a place of sanctuary. It's a place that you're supposed to enjoy and feel relaxed and comfortable. So why not invest in something that's a little luxurious looking at a decent price? People see these things in the shop often and say, ooh, but you know, bedding at a boutique, I don't think I can spend that kind of money. Ask. You'd be shocked. I've seen bedding that's half as nice in quality and look in big box stores, department stores, that cost twice as much. So why do we walk past this? Why don't we think we can invest in our bedrooms, the place that we go to every day for sanctuary? So we've got a lot of options with different textures and feels and those kinds of things. Ask us about that. As the weather's cooling, I myself have found that I'm throwing on a robe more and more often. And I was gifted a robe that I love, and James and I invested in robes for ourselves that we absolutely love, and every time we wear them we feel luxurious, kind of like we're at a spa or a nice hotel. This is an item that Trish had mentioned, and I've seen as well. So many people walk by these nice luxurious robes and they love them. They try them on, they feel them, they say, oh, I love that, I would love that. Why not get it for yourself? You're worth it. I mean, if you maybe saved some Starbucks money, or you know, that specialty coffee money that you spend every day, if maybe you didn't do that for a month and got this instead, so something that you drink and it's gone, or something you save up for that you can feel and enjoy every day, why not do that? A really simple way to elevate your space is by appealing to the senses, and I'm guilty of this. I taught for many years and oftentimes was gifted a really nice candle. And just like that bar of soap, I would say, oh, that smells so good, I love it. And I'd put it in a cupboard to save for a special day. Would you believe that a candle I was gifted, about 15 years ago, I pulled that out of my cupboard? Why did I save it? Why didn't I enjoy it then? So I'm enjoying it now in my home. The same thing happens here. People see these beautiful candles, they smell them, they love them, and they think, oh, that one would make a great gift for someone else. But if they enjoy it, why not grab one for yourself? It's not a very big investment. I mean, the big jars are $35 and they last a super long time. So why not enjoy this every day? Or a couple days even during the week. Same with the sachets or the nice soaps. So many people look at these and think that would make a great gift. Let yourself gift yourself. let you be the person you gift yourself. You are worth it. I think that's what it comes down to. We don't see the value in bringing things that elevate our own lives. We don't see the value in that, but we see a higher value in bringing or elevating other people's lives. Yes, it's important to think of others, but it's also important to think of yourself.
Okay. Action. Good morning.
Good morning.
It was actually Tuesday morning. We're just recording this real quick to add to the show tonight. And we wanted to jump up in the studio real quick and just tell you a little bit about what we saw at Market the last few days. Had a great time.
We did. We were there Sunday and yesterday.
Logged about 16,000 steps a day because, well, you do a lot of walking at Market and a lot of sitting. You know, it's about, here, try this couch, try this couch, try this chair, try this chair. So there's a lot of sitting, a lot of walking, but we had a great time.
We did. Got to see great friends.
Yep.
Some of our vendor friends that we enjoy seeing every time. And what was the favorite thing that you saw? Or what's something that you observed in design?
Not a lot of specific trends this year. Usually you go and you're like, oh, okay, so I guess everybody's doing hot pink this year, or I guess everybody's doing fur this year, or I guess everybody's doing
Remember last
giraffes. It was mushrooms. Like there was a theme, and it's like, how did everybody all of a sudden grab onto the same thing at once? I did notice at this market, it felt like everybody kind of did their own thing, which was a little bit refreshing. They weren't just following each other; they were kind of doing their own thing, and I liked that a lot. But I just think, honestly, people are trying a little harder too. I think before, the furniture industry has always been kind of busy, and you just kind of shove product out there, and guess what? People buy it. And I think this year I noticed that people are just trying a little bit harder. They're looking into the details a little bit better and the quality a little bit better. And maybe it's just the vendors we were talking to, I don't know, but I felt like people were paying more attention to quality and to details.
Service.
Yeah, the service was huge. Yeah, because service, again, it's a furniture is funny. Everybody needs it. You know, everybody needs a bed to sleep in at night. Everybody needs a table to eat at. And so a lot of times furniture companies don't have to try real hard. I mean, you got to buy what they're selling. And there's so many of them out there making it. It just seems like they're just kind of all throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And as we've had a lot of furniture companies shut down in the last couple of years, a lot through COVID, and then even more throughout just the last couple of months here in North Carolina, I'm noticing, I think people are paying attention to that, and they're like, okay, how do we become the new leader of the pack?
Yes. I did see a couple of trends.
Okay.
One was some more organic shapes. I saw one mirror in particular that many vendors had in a different form, and that was a mirror that kind of curved and it had this kind of organic wave down it. Saw that quite a bit. Still saw some Art Deco influence, not as strong as last market, but I still saw it there. A lot with organic colors, more natural, soothing colors. And also a lot of rattan. I saw rattan starting to take a rise again, and not just rattan in its natural finish, but stained in different stains and painted as well.
And sometimes when you paint rattan, it doesn't look great, but they're finding ways to really just kind of get the paint to just absorb all the way into it, and not just kind of sit on the surface and look like you can still see back into the dark crevices where it didn't get painted. And they're doing a lot better job with that. So the finished product looks a lot better, I think.
So here's a few things that we saw at Market.
Awesome.
It's October, and that means
Pumpkin spice lattes. Not really.
no, in our world, October means High Point Furniture Mart. It's just up the street for us. It's an hour away, so we try to make sure we make it every April and October to see what's new, to pick new
trends, new styles, see what the new colors are for the year.
See new furniture frame design.
Like to touch base with the vendors we already work with.
Yes.
Maintain relationships there.
Explore new things.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up some new lines.
Yeah.
So we are on our way.
And of course, you graze your way through. As far as a nutritional standpoint, there's a lot of food and a lot of open bars, so it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say you stay hydrated.
You stay hydrated, yes. Not the most practical way, but it's still a lot of fun.
Their plan is to make
Liquor
you all
you up
loosey-goosey, so
and
you're
spend more money.
Yes. We do not buy into that.
No, we just liquor up.
No, we stay sensible through most of the day.
We do.
And but it's great great to visit with vendor friends that we see a couple times a year. It's great to check out what is new, and we're pretty excited.
Some of our vendors are from all over the country, it's the world in some cases, and so we don't get to see them except at market. So it's not just work, but it's a little bit of socializing too. It's a lot of fun.
Sometimes
people
we
we
do
work
dinner
with, we try to
them.
make really good relationships with them, and you know, not just business but friends.
Right.
And so yeah, it is fun to go out for dinner with them and kind of touch base and catch up on things. And I'm talking and I almost missed my exit here.
So we're taking you along
Yep.
for Fall Market 2023. A good portion through our day
Walking.
today.
You do a lot of walking at market.
You do. We have investigated in a couple new furniture lines that
Yes.
we are pretty excited about.
Yep.
And looking to possibly do some business with to bring some new options into the showroom.
Yeah.
So like the quality, like the versatility,
The selection of fabrics, the stain colors, the
paint
colors.
finishes.
Ah,
Pretty exciting.
yeah, it is.
And now we're off to explore another new one
Ah.
for us. Today is kind of all about exploring the new.
Tomorrow will be about going back and looking at the ones we currently deal with, and you know, showing that to Trish and talking about what we're going to order for the upcoming season.
Right.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed those little images that we shared. Was there anything else from market that you'd like to share or use as a takeaway from market?
Well, I'll give you a little inside peek of Sherwin-Williams color of
Oh, yeah.
the year for 2024.
Uh,
Upward blue. Upward blue is Sherwin-Williams selection.
Upward blue? Upward blue?
It's upward. It's upward, but it's a blue. It's coming on screen a little brighter than it. There we go. That's more of what it is.
Kind of
Sherwin-Williams.
Sherwin-Williams, sorry, had a fun little, catch this year where they had a little nail salon set up. And so behind them, the backdrop was the color of the year. And then they were sitting there and they had nail technicians. They would, file your nails. I did not, obviously, get my done. But they would have nail technicians do your nails for you in that color. So that was kind of fun. That was an interesting little thing. Again, it was people finding ways to stand out and do something a little bit different. So we did enjoy that. I think it was a great market.
Oh, I think so. I would say low pressure. Even though word on the street, with the economy being the way it is, word on the street from each vendor is that they're doing okay.
Everybody's still staying steady. We're not having the crazy numbers that we did when the pandemic first started. Everybody's ordering stuff from home, and they had to make a home office all of a sudden, so they need to order all that furniture and everything else. It's not there, but it's steady. It's solid.
Right.
So we're happy to hear that. It was just fun, I think, again, to touch base with all of our current vendors.
Yes.
Get out there, see some new faces, meet some new people.
We have some new lines that we looked at.
We do. We have some new lines that we looked at, and now, so what we do is we walk through all those. We kind of walk through and do a wish list with a lot of those different companies, and then now we can sit and look. We have pictures of everything that we looked at. We've sat on it. We've tried it. We know the
And
quality of
inspected
each
the
product.
quality.
Yeah, and so now we can make an educated, kind of list as to what we want to bring in new. We're looking forward to a lot of new product for January 1st. We've got Christmas coming up, so that'll fill the boutique with reds and greens and golds and silvers and bells and tinsel and all that for the next little while. But looking beyond that to what's going to be brand new and fresh for January 1st. So we've already got things on order. Things are already starting to move, and a lot of that will actually warehouse in the warehouse until we're ready to pull Christmas out and put that in. So we got some exciting new things coming. Some of that will show up before Christmas because some of it will make great Christmas gifts, but then a lot of it will be kind of a nice little refresh come January 1st.
Yes.
So one more market between now and the end of the year.
Yes.
We're excited about. It's a small market in Tennessee. We've attended once 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
We only went once and we messed up the dates. We went on a date where only half of it was open. And so this time we're going for
doing it right.
2.5 days, and we're going to go on 2.5 days when they're both open. So we're looking forward to that. That's a smaller market, but it's got very unique items that are different that we don't see at the bigger. It's smaller vendors, so it's nice to help out the smaller guys and buy from more local people and from smaller vendors. And so we're looking forward to doing that,
Yes.
and we'll give you an update when we're finished with that market too.
Yes.
All right, enjoy the rest of the show.
Let's talk a little bit about the kitchen, because this is one that I hear a lot of a space that people just kind of put up with. The kitchen is the heart of the home. It's where everybody tends to gather. The family tends to gather. You spend a lot of time in the kitchen, whether you're a cook or not. The kitchen tends to be a place that we spend a lot of time in, but it's also a place that can be a little scary to invest in, I guess. James and I personally have made some changes to our kitchen, but guilty of not taking the time to invest in a couple of things. We have a couple of doors in our cabinets that the hinge is worn out. They're older and the hinge just over time wears out. Why we didn't invest in just new hinges to replace, I don't know, but finally we decided, I'm tired of seeing this cabinet door cracked open because it won't close all the way. Let's get new hinges. And we said it like we were buying a whole new kitchen. I mean, seriously, it's hinges. We're worth it, right? If you're looking at your kitchen and maybe it doesn't bring you joy, it's a space that you're like, ugh, hate my kitchen, but I need a kitchen. Why not look at it and think, what can I do, big or small, to make my kitchen a space that I truly enjoy, that it would bring joy to my heart to be in? Maybe it's as simple as a hinge. Maybe it's just new hardware that would elevate the look to bring you joy. Maybe when you moved in, your kitchen didn't have a backsplash. And a backsplash is something you've always wanted, but you think, no, it's fine just the way it is. I'd really want one, but it's fine just the way it is. Why not do it? Maybe the countertops are an area that you're looking at that you think, that would really make me happy if I had new countertops. I have a client that I've been working with who has tile countertops, and the tiles have fallen off or are broken, and they've been living that way, and finally are saying, I'm tired of being embarrassed. I want to fix this. I want to redo this. Don't wait for tomorrow. Work on it today. Maybe the layout doesn't work for you and you need new cabinets. You need a new layout. Yes, that is an investment, but if it's functionally better to bring ease to the use of your kitchen, why not work on investing in that? So I know some of the things I'm talking about cost real money, and some of us don't have the budget to do that. But again, just kind of look at the areas and say, what can I do to make this space something I enjoy more? Maybe it's just adding a vase with some flowers to liven it up a little bit. Maybe it's just my cabinets need a good cleaning. Or maybe I want to keep my layout, keep my cabinets because they're of good quality, but I despise the color. So let's paint them. Yes, it's an investment of time, or it's an investment to hire someone to do so. But if it elevates the way of your living, if it brings you joy, Why not work toward that goal?
Peace out, homies.